Welcome back, my people. Welcome back, subscribers of AB Plays. Today we're gonna talk about the update 1 of All-Star Tower Defense X. Man, this game is going crazy. Oh, by the way, chat, we just reached 57,000 subscribers, and I just want to say, personally, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for subscribing to me, and thank you all so much for actually taking and enjoying the content, or maybe even just watching if you don't enjoy it, my content. So to show my appreciation, I am going to be giving away a VIP, and if trading does release, I'm going to be giving away a max game speed as well. I'll probably give away like 2 of these. One of them is gonna be in trading because I have an extra one, and then one of them is gonna be from Game Pass gift, and then a VIP. I'm gonna give 2 of these. Sorry if it's not as big as you guys expected. I'm not really that rich when it comes to Roblox, but you know, I just want to help you guys out. Subscribe and let's get this video started. Now, update 1 is officially going to be releasing for All-Star Tower Defense X, and there's also an official release date for it, which is going to be about 1 week since their release date. I think the release date for me was July 6. Around 8 p.m. as well. Or sorry, July 5 around 8 p.m. That was the time they released for me. So I think that's going to be the time they're going to be releasing their update 1, which is just a week after their, original release, which honestly, that is pretty crazy. Being able to release your first update this early after releasing your game is a huge flex, especially since All-Star Tower Defense X, all things considered, is actually one of those tower defense games. I don't know if you guys notice, this is one of those tower defense games that actually has a ton of content on release. Like if you compare it to Anime Vanguards, Anime Last Stand, All-Star Tower Defense X is just that game that has a ton of content packed into release. You want to know how much units they have on release? Around 60 units for All-Star Tower Defense X release. And they're already releasing update 1 this early. That's a huge positive sign for me personally, especially since we're most likely going to be getting new units. And speaking of new units, I'm going to talk about some newer units that I want to see get added. Personally, for newer units I want to see get added, I want to see a new farm unit, because right now Midas is very underwhelming. Or sorry, Ramen Master is really underwhelming. He's very good if you have like Midas on him in his max level, but I kind of feel like we need a second farm. I feel like just having one farm unit is not really all that good. I feel like we really need a second farm unit. And from what I've heard from other people, most tower defense games actually add their second farm unit in their first update. That's kind of what Anime Vanguards did. I feel like that's also what a few other games did. They added their farm unit immediately after adding their first farm unit. And All-Star Tower Defense X, if you played the original, actually has a ton of overpowered farm units that allowed you to get a ton of cash. And the reason why I'm excited for this is because right now, the only reason why All-Star is really exciting is because you cannot upgrade a lot of your units to their max. But in reality, Genesis is actually much better than All-Star for a lot of units. Like say, Ulquiorra, if you get Genesis on Ulquiorra, since he's a 4 placement, will do more DPS than an All-Star Ulquiorra. The problem is you can't upgrade Ulquiorra all 4 placement of him if you don't have that much cash, which if we do get another farm unit, and we get enough cash per game mode, Genesis is going to be a lot better than, All-Star. So that's really exciting. I'm also thinking that they're probably going to add a new Trials, because right now the only Endgame game mode that we have in the game right now is Trials. Like after you're done with everything, after you're done with whatever you're farming, your ascensions, and working on your units, the only thing that's really left for you to do is to farm Trials in hopes to getting S-Death and maybe multiple copies of S-Death to work on her skill tree and unlock all those other stuff with S-Death. I think that's like only endgame content right now. And I feel like they want to focus on endgame to keep the players playing their game, right? Since they have a lot of competition in Anime Vanguards, which by the way, Anime Vanguards is also going to be releasing this weekend, I believe. So they really will have to lock in with this update. Same with Anime Last Stand. But the one last thing that I'm actually very interested in seeing is trading, because I feel like All-Star Tower Defense X might take the same route that Anime Defenders took when it comes to trading, but make it more refined. And the reason why I'm saying this is because traits actually have a trading value of 50. And you guys know how that worked out with Anime Defenders. It ended up almost killing the game. But I kind of feel like if All-Star Tower Defense X can balance this enough, this might actually be a very big part of their game. The same way that Anime Defenders had a very big trading ecosystem, right? A lot of people played Anime Defenders for trading. They had so much players playing their game for trading. They lasted like they remained having 100k CCU longer than any other tower defense game on Roblox. They were on like 300,000 for the first month. They kind of started dropping down, but it took them around 4 months, I believe, to eventually average less than 100k CCU, and that was a lot, in part due to trading. So if they can nail trading down and actually make it good, there's a very big possibility that it can be a really great part of the game, as long as it doesn't, become unbalanced like how it was in Anime Defenders. That's pretty much it for update 1 and when it's going to be officially releasing and my thoughts on it. Again, like and subscribe for the 57,000 subscriber giveaway. Like and subscribe to also be an OG sub of AB Plays. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.